The Washington football team. I don't know. For some reason, I'm not buying it. And I want to know what anybody else thinking. Because I'm looking at it like this. This is a country that was stolen from a race of people. And they have almost been completely eliminated from society, straight like that. From people's memory banks, for real. So much so that black people calling this our country, for real. No diss on that, but straight like that. Now, you mean to tell me that they cut a raw deal as to where they were putting history books as Thanksgiving? That's about it. You know what I mean? Just like we was putting history books as, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman. You know what I mean? About it, the bare minimum. Now, Thanksgiving, that's about the biggest lie since white Jesus. So they wasn't even throwing a bone on that one. So you mean to tell me these people here who've been numbers diminished to a handful, people have almost forgotten about them except for when Hollywood does that smart-ass crap where some trash rolls by and somebody wants to take that little single teardrop and place it on their cheek. You know what I mean? Or they want to have one of those wooden Indians standing outside of some little corner store. Other than that, the sports teams was about the only way they was being honored and commemorated. Now, you mean to tell me these people who have their country have been taken, ravaged, and completely transformed, and they have been left out of it, they're the ones complaining? Like, people have almost forgotten about them, and I don't mean to keep saying it to be rude, but that's to be honest. You know what I mean? They've been almost written off. They're the ones complaining? Like, the only reason people even know of them sometimes, I can almost guarantee, is because of those sports teams. It's not like there's like famous, as far as I know, famous entertainers that are Native American that keep people reminded that Native Americans exist, or famous athletes that are Native American. No, nobody says that. No, nobody's representing their race on television nowhere that I recognize. So I'm just saying, when you're watching baseball, football, you hear these names, that's when people think of the Native Americans, or people like to call them the Indians still. I don't think people still doing that. The daggone football team from the nation's capital, which, all due respect, if they're going to be given any type of credit, they should have. That should be like the most highly celebrated team. If you into politics and patriotism in this country and stuff, it's the nation's capital. This is really their nation. So if you're going to be remembered for something, yeah, they should have the daggone national team. I feel like the nation's capital team named after them. But you mean to tell me these people, you don't see or hear from them about anything else, any other matter? They're coming together behind closed doors and saying, change these sports names. We don't want that face. I highly doubt that. They, for one, should be given some type of endorsement for it, for one, if they weren't. But two, again, that's about one of the few ways that the world is going to remember them. Again, I don't even know what they're teaching in school nowadays. It doesn't matter because most of that stuff is malarkey anyway. Like I said, they tell you the Native Americans, they have a long and proud history just like African Americans do. But in the public schools here, they're going to give you the bare minimum. Just enough so that you can have it set in your mind that, oh, they're better than me, stronger than me, more powerful than me, I'm subservient. But not enough to show you what will enrage you, like you saw on like La Homicide and stuff. Yeah, you heard of slavery, but just the tip of the iceberg, just enough to let you know this what happened. We owned you, stay in your place. Not enough to enrage a young mind to want to go on a crusade or try to daggone make a change or a difference or have something different set in their mind. As a youngin'. And same thing with the Native Americans. Not like they wasn't here for centuries. Not like they don't have a long, strong, proud history. But all you're going to learn about is fake-ass Thanksgiving and how they taught the settlers how to take care of themselves because they didn't know how to do crap when they got here. But again, I'm not buying this whole thing about they're the ones behind, they don't want their names and faces on these sports teams. I ain't buying that. You know what I'm saying? I've been asking around. I'm just curious. Anybody else believe that? I just want to know other people's opinion. You know what I mean? Y'all stay up out there. Remember, smile don't wow, because when you lose your cool, you can lose it all. Y'all have a good one.